channel is About Time, acronym of this is me, this is my everything, this is my experience, and it's about time. Alright, well, I really do want to make other videos for this channel besides talking heads and politics. It is a very important subject. It needs way more attention and exposure than what it's getting, in my opinion. And I do look forward to sharing other parts of my experience, my everything, and me. Father addressed my child or children in that manner, in a sexually grievous, known to be illegal manner in our country. To walk away from that with anything less than, well, passionately speaking, maximum sentencing allowed. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who, when they think about it and let their heart flow out to it, somebody desires to go out and end that man's life. Now, being a conservative, I try not to allow my passion to get ahead of my wisdom. I know that if I go out there and I end that man's life, I have vindicated my child and prevented other children from being hurt, but I also know that in that process, there's a high likelihood I'm taking away my ability to be an involved father in my son's life. And I have to choose whether or not I want to go that route with this, or if I want to trust the judicial system to make the proper sentencing and remove this person from society. With what I saw today with somebody who's been nominated to the highest court of the land, the Supreme Court of the United States of America, there is no way in hell I would trust that judicial system. And maybe it's a little out of context, maybe it's not, but there is the drip down mentality, thought frames on finances and how that works. Let's look at it from the judicial system. And I could be off. I'm human. I don't care. Whatever. But I have to believe that the Supreme Court, in many cases, has made rulings and decisions that had a direct effect on multiple other cases throughout the land. I mean, the Supreme Court, when they make a ruling, they set the precedent of the law and how it's interpreted for the country. I believe it's called case laws and stuff. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, okay? I've got friends of mine who are studying, but I'm not one. I'm just your average, everyday, go to work, take care of my family by working and doing what I can to provide for them.
And you've had 10 different cases involving child pornography. These are the cases. There are two, U.S. versus Buttry and U.S. versus Camp, for which the government did not make a recommendation. And you said earlier, when Chairman Durbin was trying to preempt this line of attack, you said it's a sickening and egregious crime, which I very much agree with. And you said the guidelines lead to extreme departures. Okay. Let's look at what the prosecutors are asking for. And I would note that this was in the District of Columbia, where prosecutors are far more liberal than many of the prosecutors in this country. And in every case in which, so United States versus Hess, there was a mandatory statutory minimum of 60 months, and you imposed 60 months because you had no discretion. In United States versus Nickerson, there was a mutual agreement of the parties to 120 months, and that's what you imposed. In every other case, United States versus Chazen, the prosecutor asked for 78 to 97 months. You imposed 28 months. 28 months is a 64% reduction. In United States versus Cooper, the prosecutor asked for 72 months. You imposed 60 months. That was a 17% reduction. In United States versus Downs, the prosecutor asked for 70 months. You imposed 60. That was a 14% reduction. In United States versus Hawkins, the prosecutor asked for 24 months. You imposed 3 months. That was an 88% reduction. In United States versus Savage, the prosecutor asked for 49 months. You imposed 37. That was a 24% reduction. In United States versus Stewart, the prosecutor asked for 97 months. You imposed 57. That was a 41% reduction. Every single case, 100% of them, when prosecutors came before you with child pornography cases, you sentenced the defenders to substantially below, not just the guidelines, which are way higher, but what the prosecutor asked for on average of these cases, 47.2% less. Now, you said you made sure the voice of the children was heard. Do you believe in a case like United States versus Hawkins, where the prosecutor asked for 24 months and you sentenced the offender to only 3 months? Do you believe the voice of the children is heard when 100% of the time you're sentencing those in possession of child pornography to far below what the prosecutor's asking for?
Yes, Senator, I do.
So imagine you just you're supposed to not go out there and get revenge for your child in the physical form who just hurt your child physically, sexually, just hurt your child. You're supposed to resist the idea to go out there and end that person's existence yourself and rely upon the court systems to give a reasonable, fair sentencing for said crimes. From what I just saw, this person makes it onto the Supreme Court. I don't trust that system, and I don't blame you for not doing so either. Now, for the end of this one, if after you've watched this, you still believe, you still fully 100% support the idea that Ketanji Brown Jackson should be trusted on the Supreme Court of the land, who has, as you're about to see, made some very poor judgments, in my opinion. At least you make your own decisions for yourself. Then this is how I feel about that. I feel, in my opinion, this is me, this is my experience, this is my everything, and it's about time. So, in my opinion, Ketanji Brown Jackson and anyone who supports her getting onto the Supreme Court, here's my statement for you. This just in. You're an idiot. Changed my mind.